Hello, Miss KK. Yes. Yes. Come in. Come into my live stream. Let's have a chat. Hmm. There. Let my hair breathe. Gets cold in here. The hair. Tell you what. Welcome in, you people. I'm glad to see you guys filing in. It's nice to see you all. Welcome. We're going to have us a chat and talk about a few things, but we're going to give it a minute. Life's good. Monday night is all right. Oh, that's super nice weather, D. 76. Dang. We put sunblock on when it's 76 here. That's nice. Nice one. What's up, Crane? Good night, Iron Crane. That's cool. And the Lord bless you and keep you too, my friend. I think more people should say that to each other. Good to see you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you through all the days on earth that you have. Amen. I believe it, though. I do. Uh-oh. Iron Crane's going to get sucked in to this live stream. I can feel it. You can just feel it. No sleepy for you, Iron Crane. Maybe you will. Yeah, amen. Amen. So I was thinking earlier, I was having me some thoughts. I was thinking about how everything has played out, how everything has been. Not fair, says Iron Crane. No, things aren't. Nope. Sometimes we go on late. Excuse me. I'll finish that thought in a second. All right. So, getting back to it. You guys want to know something before I go into those thoughts? Do you want to know what I did today? And you know what I hate doing more than anything? I hate more than the world from doing ever. Pardon me. I drywalled. I was drywalling in the basement. I don't like that. And I hurt. I'm sore. Anyway. What's up, Nizella? Let me finish brushing my teeth. Love it. Love it, man. Love it. So, well, Okay, so I wasn't planning on going late and wasn't planning on going on. So here I am going on and I'm going on late. So I failed twice. So let me just try to deliver what I wanted to talk about and maybe not make it too late. Because I just got some stuff I've been thinking about a little bit about what's been going on in this lull with what we're witnessing, kind of letting things take form in the mainstream media, kind of seeing how things play out here with the the virus, seeing how they're spinning the things that the president has been talking about, closing down the international border between China and any of the people that could have had contact with. And he did this on January 31 of this year. So we're talking like 4 full weeks ago. If you don't see that this was a deep state play to launch a virus to cause a pandemic in the United States, I'm sorry, but you should understand that that's exactly what it is. And that is the reason he is calm, cool, and collected. That is the reason that they have a firm grasp on it. What you're watching is panic. That's what I want to reiterate. You're watching panic within the power structure of mainstream television. You're watching panic within the power structure of the bought and paid for shows of the politicians. They're all exposing themselves. Sunlight is a hell of a disinfectant. These people are exposing themselves and they really have nowhere else to run. They have no plan. They have no play. And what we are about to witness very soon, in a matter of weeks or maybe days, but probably weeks and maybe a few months, is the topple of all of this. This nice little quiet little break that we've had between Q drops and, first off, we got off the Ukraine quid pro quo impeachment hearings, and then it immediately moved now into him with Russia again, and then that went away, and now it's developed into this pandemic that he handled brilliantly again. And it's Trump across the finish line first again, and it's not even close. It's not even close. It's scripted. We're watching a movie. And the longer this plays out, the more it becomes apparent that the ending of this movie is not only, it's still flexible, but they pretty much know how this is going to end. There's been markers that have been put into place in the course of the last 6 months to a year and a half, markers that would show later throughout the plan of where they're at. And this is where it gets silly and crazy because they are spiking the football a year after predicting something, letting that be the marker. It's like a year later. It's ridiculous. It is Trump and the Q team who has played the deep state like a fiddle. Like a fiddle. And they have played them to the point where they can't go left, they can't go right. If their destiny were an asteroid and they were in a spaceship, they would be locked in with the homing bee program, and it would be pulling their ship directly into the asteroid to explode. And they could not take control over anything to avoid that. It doesn't matter. So what do? They get louder. They get louder. It's all they can do. Panic, louder. And that's what they're doing. They're getting louder. They're getting crazier. They're being exposed. The sunlight is the disinfectant, and it's being shown on the deep state to so many more people that are awake every day. Everybody is waking up more and more. more and more. This coronavirus is a thing. It's a real thing. But it's not a real deep state thing. I mean, what they're trying to do with this is just not right. Right? It's not right. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely not anything the deep state can do. It's over. It's over. Things are quiet right now. They're quiet. Deep state doesn't have another play. Trump has snuffed their candle to cause a pandemic. Snuffed it. Totally killed it. And they don't know what to do. People want to cause panic in the mainstream television. They can't cause panic. They don't got that kind of power. It's already come out that this thing is like about the same as the flu, which ain't great, but, and it's not great that there's been like 6 people that have died from this in the US who are building this up into. It doesn't matter. I mean, I get it. You get it. The people that are just awakening now are starting to get it. And I guess that's why these stories are coming out. Well, it doesn't matter that they're coming out. They're being exposed. They are being exposed as they come out. Now, if you only listen to CNN, MSDNC, ABC, CBS, except for Catherine Herridge on CBS, but any of those, if you just simply listen to those, then you could have problems understanding what's really going on in the world, and I could see that. It all depends on where you get your information from, to be honest with you. It really does. Most people are so busy living life that they only have a brief moment or two, or maybe an hour to devote to the news, and they come home and they work, and they kick the news on, and they basically listen to either Fox or they listen to anything else that hates Trump. And that's how they, it feeds how they were raised. I mean, if you're raised a Democrat, if you've never stepped outside of yourself to really understand what it stands for and what they're behind, and you just do it out of tradition of that's what I always did, that's what I do, that's how we vote, that's just how us Smiths vote, then okay, you're doing yourself a disservice in this case, because you happen to be voting for something that's very bad for America, which just quietly has to do with basically the destruction of America if Trump's not reelected. That's all. Other than that, life is great. Everything's fine other than that. He has to win. And not only does he has to win, I like that. I'll keep it. He also has to keep the Senate majority, and he has to take over the House of Representatives. He has to take over the House, and he can only do that with us, our vote. We have to vote for the Republicans moving forward. That's just how it is. I asked my dad if he was going to vote for Bernie. He said, no, I just won't vote. I said, well, if you're not going to vote, just vote for Trump. I can't vote for Trump. I said, well, vote for Trump on behalf of your grandchildren and their children. I mean, if it ain't going to affect me how I vote, so it don't matter. Well, then, for God's sakes, give us your vote, because you know what? We're the ones you're going to leave here to deal with this piss poor situation. At least give us the vote. My good Lord, not vote. Me. My dad. I know y'all got people you deal with in life, but this one happens to be my father. Oh. It's a good thing strangulating somebody is like not legal. I like to shake his head off his shoulder sometimes in the most loving way and comical, joking way. But it's true. Man, I had to ragdoll him one time. All right. Well, I shouldn't have said that, but I did. So there's that. Yeah. Not much going on in the news cycle, though, guys. We're just kind of in a holding pattern. We're flying over 50,000 feet. We're watching the view. We're waiting for the airport to clear out so we can bring this big jet of justice in for the landing. Coming in for the landing, the peace plane. Yeah, that's what's coming for us. I don't know, Robert Nizawa. I'm convinced it has to be a mod. I can't even see him to like do anything. It's like he doesn't show up that I could even comment on anything. So one of you mods must have him muted or blocked. That's all I can think. And I'm not saying you mods that are here in the chat, because maybe it's somebody that's not even here tonight. Could be. I don't know. It's weird. I will tell you that. It's weird. I don't understand it myself, do you? I really don't. I mean, if I could type his name and unblock it or whatever right now, I would do it in a second. I just don't understand that stuff. Like, there's nowhere for me to even see. Let's see. Well, let me try this. Let me try this. No, that's not going to do anything. Okay. I don't know. It's just not going to work. There's nothing. There's nothing. Can't do that either. No. All right. So I'm lost. Nothing. I can't do anything. Anyway, what's up with you guys? What's going on? Anything? Nice and short and sweet tonight. That's okay with me. We're at like 18 and a half minutes, and I'm totally cool closing it down. There's not a lot happening, you guys. Awakening is happening. People are awakening. People are watching what's going on, and I'm totally cool with it. I love it. I think things have calmed down just a little bit. They have to. People are taking inventory inside themselves. They're starting to question things. I think it's even great with the stock market taking like a 3-day plunge. Very healthy for the stock market, to be honest with you guys. Now that everybody is convinced that they have this corona clearly under control and are already working on the vaccine, the hysteria has kind of died off, and the stock market made a record gain today of over 1,200 points. Nothing even ever seen like it in the history of the stock market, ever. This type of recovery. And that comes from the full faith and confidence of the situation that caused it to crash. People are confident that this is handled and manageable, and it's not a true pandemic where we're talking about loss of life. As tragic as any life lost is, this is not what we're talking about. And anybody that has passed as a result of this within the United States had a weak immune system. Their immune system was already compromised. So, this is much to do about nothing. They said it's a lot like the flu. People that are genuinely lower than the age of 80 or is it 70 are pretty much good to go, unless your immune system is really bad, or if you're super young and you have like a bad immune system. Other than that, it's like common cold, hand washing, cough into your sleeve. Try not to touch your face if you can help it. You'd be amazed how many times you touch your face though throughout the day. Touch your face for any number of reasons. Like, oh my god, my nose itches. I think I'll think about that and grab my lip. God, my earlobe itches. Man, I just don't know what's going on. Jeez. Hey, I got jelly on my finger. I got that on my finger. Are my fingernails so long that I can smell what, like, do I smell a funk? Do I have to cut them? Yeah, I think I got to cut my fingernails. There's so many things that we we just touch our heads and our faces for. So many reasons. Look at me. I'm even like stroking my mini beard. There's so many reasons that I grab my beard. There's so many reasons I grab my beard. You get it. You get it. But it's pretty good to wash your hands and hand sanitizer. Use that stuff. Use it. No more handshakes either. Fist bumps eternally. Maybe even 1 inch gap, like air fist bump, like pah, and you can really do it, like not hit and like make the effect, like yes, and you don't even have to touch. And I want to live in that world. I want to just like not touch. There's a time for touching. It ain't with no stranger. You gotta shake my hand. Give me an air burst. Get the pounds. That's how it goes. Well, all right. I guess that's about it. I suppose that's short and sweet enough. You guys can get to bed on time tonight. That would be good. That would be good. Not going too late either. Actually, I went on kind of early, to be honest with you. I'm actually surprised at myself. All right, I'll stay on for 4 more minutes, and that will officially make it 1 a.m. where I live. And that's a good time for me to cut this off. So, do you guys have anything? Oh my, there's pillow talk in the air between James and Nozella. That's all right. Well, I don't want to stand in the way of that. You're welcome, KK. I needed to see you all too. I'm glad I went on. It's great to see you guys. Y'all are the highlight of my week. So there'll be more news coming out. I can tell you that. So let me just preface any future events this week by saying this. All right. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you all. I mean that. But I suspect there's going to be some major, major things that are coming forward here throughout the rest of this week into the future weeks, but especially just moving forward. If you think about what we've been told, and we hear about the year of the boomerang and how things like everything has been thrown at the president. It's now not hit him and it's coming back. And it is the year of the boomerang. And the boomerang booms are hitting. They've been hitting. That's why when President Trump says that you're going to win so much, you're going to be tired of winning, he has been winning. We've been winning. Now, these aren't things that we can pin up onto our corkboard and say, we won this, we won that. Here's my trophy, here's my ribbon. But we've been winning a whole bunch. And all of these wins, too many to count, to be honest with you. Too many to even count. Too many wins. The best is yet to come. And I think that that's where people like you and me and people that maybe lives weren't affected terribly. I mean, I really think that President Trump is bringing up the low and the impoverished people and are bringing them back. And I think that that's beautiful for everything to do with our lives. And if you are in that situation where, you were on the street and stuff and you're not anymore, my heart goes out to you. But most of us struggle. We work, we save, we do what we can, we try to meet everything, right? You work. You work. I believe moving forward, the best is yet to come will reward those that have tried their best to work their entire lives, that have bought into the American dream and do believe in it. I think you're going to see, in most regards, the abolishment of federal income tax. I think these are things that are going to go away, and that this world is going to be run a whole lot differently. And yes, you will still have a job. You will still do something to have income. But I think that your level on all scales in the middle class are going to go up significantly. And actually, I think that the lower, like low class, or what, there's not a great way to put it, the poor, I think they're just going to be lifted out of poverty, and they will be somewhere in middle class. You will have lower, awesome way of living, lower class, and that's fine. That's great. And you'll have a home and raise your family, and you'll have upper middle class, and that's great. You'll have a home, you'll have a family, you'll raise them, but you won't be working solely to pay for the government by any means. And it will be about lifting people into better positions all over. It won't be socialism where they confiscate 80% of your paycheck so that they can provide you with mediocre everything else, because it'll be paid for. It's just not. Trump wants Bernie to win because it's the most ridiculous ideals that only deal with the smallest percentage of people in America. They happen to be young, but still, their lack of experience. The only thing I can say is thank God there's not a way ton more of them. They haven't multiplied. In that, should Bernie win, there's so many Democrats that will hold their nose and pull the lever for Trump because they know what Bernie represents. And that, again, I come back to this, is why Trump will win in a landslide. If Bernie is the representative, Trump will win in the largest landslide ever. And it will be to the most impassioned people that are Bernie supporters. I mean, these people actually believe everything that he says. They just happen to be small in numbers. Thank God. Thank God. And if Biden gets the nod, I'm sorry, he just continuously gets worse and worse. He just proves himself to just, I don't know, he's getting worse, right? He's not getting better. His gaffes aren't getting farther in between. They're getting worse, and they're getting more horrendous, almost by plan. But what kind of conspiracy theorist are you if you say that somebody's planning to wreck their memory on cue on television? I don't know. You can't. You just can't. This guy, let's just say he's losing it. I don't know. He's losing something. Thinks he's running for the Senate. And if you don't like this Biden, vote for the other Biden. I mean, what? I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing on the left. All I know is I'm not down with it, and I'm not voting for it. I know that. I know that. I see one Miss Melmonte in the chat. What's up now? I'm just out here running my jib. Pete Buttigieg. 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 Pocahontas. That's a name. Pocahontas. What do you mean that's messed up and that's wrong? What are you talking about, Zella? I just read that. What? People in the chat, some are living paycheck to paycheck. And you know what? I think that those days are going to be in the rearview mirror soon. I don't think it's going to be a situation where we're living paycheck to paycheck anymore, KK. And that's what I love about this president. I believe he will restore the wealth back to the greatest country that's ever been created, which is firmly, if the message of America is behind God, then I think it all works. And I think the moment that you dispose of God truly within your I don't know what's blessed the country to begin with. If you're against that, it's just a matter of time. It didn't matter though. That was all Satanism. That was all Moloch. That was all that shit. Obama, Hillary, all of them and their minions. That was the plan for America. That is what the direction was. They were going to take us down. It's not even up for a debate. I mean, people look at you and go, where'd you get that? You're crazy. I watch CNN all the time. They don't ever talk about that. And you're like, no shit. No shit, they don't. Are you kidding me? Of course they don't. You're full of shit. It's like, flush out your freaking headgear, man. I mean, what's the matter with you? No. You're not hearing about what this is about. Back to the point, I make 165 times out of 365 days a year. It's television. It's television program. They call it programming for a reason, right? You guys have heard it. You've said it, some of you in your live streams. I heard it in live streams and I continue to repeat it. Why? Because it's programming. I want you that have been programmed by television to understand that it's programming. And it's been in your face your entire life. They call it television programming for a reason. They are programming your mind. And as much as we enjoy it and love it, that's the way it is. You love movies? Great. You're being programmed. I don't care. I'm like you. I love them too. I watch movies all the time. But I try to put myself away from like what I would deem is maybe a narrative they want to put you into. Not this so that you can't experience the movie. It's almost like you watch a movie now and it makes it less fun, I'll be honest. But when you're so awake that you watch stuff like this and you look for symbolism, all you go, oh, I see what they did there. You might ask me for an example. I'm not going to give one right at the moment because I can't. But it's out there. It's in there. It's in the programming. It's in the movies. It's so in your face, blatant on so many levels. And you could even watch reruns from back in the day of all of the television shows that you loved growing up watching, no matter your age. Even right back to Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, all that. I mean, you see where social programming was starting to put itself in to rot out the minds of the people of America. It's not even negotiable. It is what it is. I mean, it's very blatant in your face through the history of television. I guarantee you, the one thing that they wish they could go back and do and destroy would not be the television. It would be the internet. The internet in America, when it launched, was still freedom of speech. It has been our rights that have allowed us to maintain an open dialect between each other, to get out the truth and use discernment. It's also been the Constitution that's allowed us the right to keep and bear arms. And we have held tight to that and not allowed them to take either one of those from us. They would get rid of the internet in a second if they could. But even then, I don't think it would be soon enough. I think enough people are awake now. I think they could take down the entire internet for a year and a half, and it would not matter with the election going forward. I think enough people are awake, and I am happy about that, to tell you the truth. Very happy about that. You know, it's a beautiful time to be alive, right? I think it is. At least I am happy I'm alive right now than any other time that I've been aware of in the past. Now, people in 50 years ago, I'm so happy I'm alive. I don't even have to get in my car. Like, I can just put a helmet on and blink, and I'm at my job. It's so cool. It's just been the best time ever to be alive. I wanted a hot Jersey Mike sandwich. You know what? I blinked my computer open, and I looked for the menu by going Jersey Mike's in my thought, and it popped up, and I went, I want a Philly cheesesteak. Blink. And I looked over here, and there's a hot Philly cheesesteak right in front of me. Best time ever to be alive. Bar none. Best ever. And I won't even get into ways you can use that for sex. When you get into that kind of level, I mean, there's no reason for me to do that. You just use your own mind for your dirty thoughts. Anyway, think about having me a sandwich. Get me a sandwich. All right, I think that's about it, you guys. I'm pretty sure that's it. So that's it. Quiet news. Let's watch what's coming up in the future. Watch what's coming up in the future. Because things are still exposing. Oh, Chris Matthews, by the way. Hardball, Chris Matthews. Trump hater. He stepped down. He has issues. Trump's enemies, Trump's people, the people that are going against the Republican narrative are starting to one by one times 10 stepping down and exposing themselves. All the way through the corruption that's been through the Fortune 500 companies in America with the top CEOs stepping down. This thing knows no boundaries. The tentacles of the deep state are deep. The swamp is deep. But it's being exposed, and it's showing itself to the average Joe. And they're in trouble. They're in trouble. In fact, in the world of underwater 3D chess, the deep state is in checkmate. Checkmate, baby. That's all I got tonight. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Keep your eyes open for the news. Pray for each other. Pray for the president. Be of good moral character, and always do your best and obey the law of the pack. Yeah, do that. But be cool. Okay. Love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.